لم تدارك منك العناية فمن إلهي للمذنبين.
When you join the congregational prayer late, how do I complete the prayer? Firstly, if you missed one cycle, you stand up. When the Imam has finished, you stand up. But how do you know you have included yourself within the prayer? The answer is when the Imam has gone down into ruku'. If you caught him in ruku', when he was doing the ruku', bowing down in prayer, then you have caught the cycle. If you miss one cycle, you stand up, you recite the opening of the prayer, which is Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, and then you start with Surah Al-Fatiha, you recite additional Quran, and then you complete the prayer. If you miss 2 cycles, you add a second cycle to that. If, however, you miss 3 cycles, you stand up, you recite Subhanakallah, you recite Surah Al-Fatiha, you recite additional Quran, but you sit down in the first cycle and you recite At-Tahiyyatu Lillahi. When you finish this up to Abduhu wa Rasuluh, you stand up in the second cycle. In the second cycle, you recite Surah Al-Fatiha and additional Quran, but you do not sit down. And then in the third cycle, you stand up and you only recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Then you sit down at the end after the 2 sajdah and you recite At-Tahiyyat and finish with Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. You complete the prayer. That is when you miss 3 cycles. So 3 cycles is anomaly. It's different to the logical order. And then the 4th, if you miss 4 cycles, you stand up the way you would have stood up for prayer and you complete the prayer as you would have finished the prayer if you had prayed alone. This is according to the Hanafi school. According to the other schools, you need to, with regard to the 3 cycles, you need to ask someone who is an expert in those other schools.